Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. In today's video we're going to look at getting started with the Stormcast Eternals in Warhammer Age of Sigmar using the contents of the Army's Spearhead box set. Today's video is sponsored by Gap Games, a fantastic miniature wargaming store in Queensland, Australia. They stock a wide variety of miniature wargames from all things Games Workshop to some of my personal favourites, Conquest of the Last Argument of Kings, and all things Modifius wargames as well. Use our affiliate code in the link below to help support both this fantastic store and the channel as well. Leading the box set is Yndrasta, the Celestial Spear. Now, she is what we call a unique character. This means that you can't include multiple of her. She is a named character, she's part of like the story, there is only one of her in existence, you just can't take multiple of her, that's the thing. Now, she has another ability called War Master. This means that if she's in your army, she must be your general, and to back this up, she's got a 3+ save, 8 wounds, and she's also got a built-in ward of 5+, making her pretty survivable for a Stormcast hero. She's got the fly keyword there as well, meaning she can ignore all vertical movement. She just moves on a flat line horizontally at all times. And then she's got a couple of different attack profiles. First of all, she can throw her spear at Thengavar, which does do 4 damage with its 1 attack with the anti-monster +1 rend ability, going up to rend 3 when she throws it. Thengavar can then be used in combat for a couple of attacks with a slightly lower damage profile of 3, but still that anti-monster +1 rend for rend 3. And she's also got the Blade of the High Heavens, another 5 attack weapon with 3 damage as well. Now, her Prime Huntress ability is a passive ability where she just simply doubles the damage characteristic of Thengavar for attacks that target monsters. This means if she throws Thengavar at a monster, it is a damage 8 weapon. On Wings of Brilliance means she adds 1 to the number of dice when making charge rolls, which is really cool, so she gets 3d6 charges. Having an average of 12 or 13 inch charge is really cool, especially if you want to potentially bring her down from the heavens. And then Dazzling Radiance means she ignores negative modifiers to control scores of friendly Stormcast Eternal units while they hollow within 12 inch of her, really helping with one of Stormcast's weakest parts, which is the ability to control objectives with objective control score. Joining her as another hero is the Knight Vexillor. Now, the Knight Vexillor is a 6 health 3+ save Stormcast hero, and his big ability is the Banner of the Reforged, which can be used during any hero phase. You declare this by picking D3 friendly Stormcast units hollow within 12 inch of this unit to be the targets, and then add 3 to each target's control score for the rest of the turn, and in addition heal D3 to each of those targets. Getting some healing on your very elite troops is always good, and adding control score is always welcome as well. Once again, mentioning that Stormcast struggle with that OC, you've got very few models and a lot of them are only objective control 1 or 2. Now, what's really cool is because this model is carrying a banner, most of these banner carrying models in Age of Sigmar actually have better objective control than their counterparts that don't have banners, and so this model's got objective control 5, which is nice. Next we move into our units, and the first of these are our Annihilators. These are a great unit to leave up in the heavens and bring them down on the table, and that's because of a couple of different rules. First of all, their Blazing Impact rule. This means if this unit was set up using the Signs of the Storm ability, that's when we're coming down from the heavens, you can pick up to 3 enemy units within 10 inch, roll a d3, and on a 2+ inflict some mortal damage equal to the roll. This is really cool, just able to do damage before they even hit into the enemy. And you've also got a cool ability of Brace for Impact, which can be used during the charge phase. Pick an enemy unit that's charged this unit in combat, and roll a dice for each model in this unit. If any of those rolls are 6, that target unit that is charged them will have strikes last until the end of the turn. This is really cool when the unit potentially gets countercharged. They come down, destroy what they're going in to hit, and then get countercharged by your opponent in their turn. Having this rule can hopefully help potentially protect them. On top of that, they do have a 2+ save and 3 health each, and they do 2 damage with their 3 attacks each as well. We then get a unit of 10 Vanquishers as well. Vanquishers wield Celestial Greatswords. These are 2 attacks each at 3s to hit and wound with rend 1, damage 1, and the anti-infantry +1 rend. This means there'll be rend 2, damage 1 against infantry. Now, their Lightning Strike's passive ability means they add 1 to their damage of their Celestial Greatswords if they're attacking an enemy unit with 5 more models, so these guys go really good into opposing enemy infantry. This means there'll be rend 2, damage 2 going into opposing infantry, generally giving them the upper hand against most other things in their own weight class. Now they do have access to a musician and standard bearer. These are going to be really important for allowing them to potentially move better with some rerolls and stuff there, but also an extra point of objective control for the standard bearer in the unit, helping you have a unit that actually can contest objectives pretty well with objective control of 11 at full strength. Lastly, we have the Stormstrike chariot in the box here, and this is going to have, first of all, a couple of options. We can choose to either give them a tempestuous spear for some extra combat power, or a great stormbow, which personally is my favourite way to go. I think if this thing can get a good spike once per game, that crit 2 hits anti-infantry can really do some damage. Now, your Stormstrike axe is charge +1 damage, so damage 2 on the charge, but really it's all about the abilities that help it when charging. So Azir Unleash means if this unit charges this phase, you pick an enemy unit within 1 inch, roll a d3 on a 2+, inflict that many mortal damage. You then have Celestial Blaze as well, where when this unit uses the power through command, inflict an additional d3 mortal damage on the target and add d6 to the distance this unit can move as part of that ability as well. So all in all, this unit wants to be charging into combat, doing a bunch of damage, getting its bonuses for charge +1 damage, and then using the power through command as well to potentially deal even more damage to an enemy unit. And so our force is going to be Stormcast Eternals today with this box set. What's really cool is this box set is a perfect 1000 points right from the get-go. However, it doesn't have any units that will help benefit from any of the particular battle formations we have. And then, so our one regiment in the force is just simply Yndrasta leading it as our hero, and then unit-wise we have the Annihilators, Stormstrike Chariot, our Vanquishers, which we will reinforce to keep our army in 1 drop, and then the Knight Vexler as well. You certainly could go 2 drops if you want, putting the Knight Vexler and the Vanquishers in a separate regiment, but I think the 1 drop is really cool here, just enabling you to have some dictation on how the battle will flow. We hope this video was helpful in getting you started with Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and it was able to give you some ideas and inspiration to start your own force in the game. If you have any other questions at all, please comment down below, and while you're there, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and join our Discord server to check out all our future Warhammer Age of Sigmar content.